What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. More specifically, we're talking about the Bitcoin dominance. That's why I have this chart pulled up here, BTC.D. If you want to pull it up yourself, you go on TradingView, BTC, period, like dot, right? D, just like that. And then market cap, Bitcoin dominance right there. This is, for those of you who don't know, this is a percentage, right, of Bitcoin's market valuation versus every other crypto, including stablecoins, in the crypto market. So this is how you can tell like how much money's in Bitcoin versus how much is in the rest of the market. You know what I mean? And about half of the crypto market right now is in BTC. That's what this is saying. So because it's 50%, right? If we go back to the monthly, back whenever there were a lot less coins, Bitcoin used to be 90% in the high 90s of the entire crypto market cap. You know what I mean? Because that's most cryptos didn't exist, for one. There weren't tens of thousands of cryptos, hundreds of thousands of cryptos, who knows, like there are now. And Bitcoin was still the highest valuated one, and it still is the highest valuated one. But now with all these other cryptos in the ecosystem, it's kind of diluted its overall valuation versus the market. That's just normal. This is a chart that ultimately will just go down throughout its history. That's kind of the expectation. But as it moves up, that's generally a time whenever you see Bitcoin, obviously. So if Bitcoin dominance is going up, that means that Bitcoin is outperforming the majority of the market. And generally, whenever you see Bitcoin dominance go up, that tends to happen whenever Bitcoin is selling and the rest of the market is selling as well, but Bitcoin's not selling as dramatically and the rest of the market is selling more dramatically. Like Bitcoin drops 2% in a day, X coin, ZYQ coin, whatever, goes down 20%. You know what I mean? And that's why you see this dominance increase. And it tends to happen again during like downtrends. You can see here January 2018. This was at the lowest point in Bitcoin's dominance so far, and then it started to go up here. If you guys remember, this was the very ass end of the bull market. We had a very tremendous altcoin season right here. Hence the reason why Bitcoin dominance went down, and then altcoins started to shit the bed from there on out, and Bitcoin went down too. It went down with altcoins, but it went down a lot less, so the dominance got regained. And we're seeing that now. The dominance is coming up, and most coins have actually gone up as well, but Bitcoin's probably just outperformed most coins. You know what I mean? They might all have been going up together more or less, but Bitcoin has definitely outperformed the rest of the market. Looking at the weekly, you can see that we have this hidden bullish divergence where you have lower lows here in the RSI, but you have higher lows in the chart reading, the percentage. It's not price, it's chart reading. So the market cap valuation, whatever. This is a bullish look, to be fair. The RSI here is also very strong. You've been in these strong overbought conditions, and you've been just like above the 60, above the 50 for quite a while, and it doesn't look like you want to buckle at this current point in time. Maybe you do, but I don't know. I think you want to go up from here. We can see that further on the daily, because now instead of hidden bullish divergence, we have some classic bullish divergence where you have, okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Where you have higher lows in the chart right here, higher lows off of lower lows. This would be indicative that, and especially being in the oversold zone like this, I would expect that Bitcoin's dominance is going to turn up from here. It really is. And beyond that, you're at lower readings here in the RSI than you were down here, right? You didn't even get oversold over here, but you are down here, and you're still forming higher lows throughout this whole kind of range, right? You've like plateaued, you went up, and you're higher now than you were even back then. You're kind of finding support at this little like check stop we had over here. Does this mean that the dominance is getting ready to go above 52%? It could. Does it mean that we're at least going to make a move likely out of this range above 50.3%? I think so. And if we move up, again, generally this happens in a time when most coins are selling. It's very rare that Bitcoin dominance goes up in the sense that altcoins are not going down. They're just chilling and Bitcoin's going up. That doesn't really happen. Most of the time you see the dominance go up as the market is selling. That's actually kind of how it is. It's normally a bearish thing, but not always, right? Like if we go, let's see, this was June 6th to June 28th. Let's just look at what BTC was doing June 6th to June 28th. Okay, so June 6th it was going down, but then by like the 23rd you had a nice pump up. And if we look at, I don't know, let's look at Ethereum, right? It's the second biggest coin. By the 28th it was going up too, but it It probably didn't go up as much as Bitcoin. Let's see, actually. I wonder. From bottom to top right there by the, I guess, yeah, by the 28th. That would have been the high there out of all these days. So that went up 19%. I don't know. Maybe it did go up more. Maybe that's a bad example. BTC USD down and up. Okay, so Bitcoin did. It went up 27%. And that's why you see, and if Ethereum only went up that much, I'm sure most, not all, but most coins probably didn't go up more than Bitcoin. And that's why you see this dominance increasing. And so the reason I just showed that is because can the dominance go up and other cryptos, including Bitcoin and Ethereum and other altcoins, go up as well? Yes, they could. But right now, the way that the charts look on the price, to me, it looks like we're about to go down. And with the way that this dominance looks, it looks like we're about to go up. I think altcoins, I've seen a lot of bullish videos on altcoins recently from some very big accounts on YouTube talking about how, like, the alt cycles are starting, or like the bear market for altcoins is over. And the bear market for altcoins might be over for some of them, maybe not all of them. Some of them might have yet to see their lowest lows of this cycle. But one way or another, I do think that we are actually, contrary to what most people are saying, I think we're about to see an altcoin doom. I don't know, an altcoin, like, as Ben Cohen calls it on his channel, Into the Cryptoverse. If anybody watches Ben Cohen, he's a very intellectual person. I would highly recommend, if nobody has checked out Ben Cohen, you should check him out. Ben Cohen on Into the Cryptoverse. He has a much bigger account than mine, obviously, so I'm sure most of you guys know who he is. If you don't, you could probably stand to gain some value from him. What was I gonna say about him, man? Oh yeah, as he would call it, the altcoin reckoning. We might be seeing an altcoin reckoning. So that's what I think that this could imply to be. Because if we look at the price, now that we've looked at the dominance, if we look at the price, let me see. I'll delete this here. The RSI looks weak. It looks like we're actually in this solid downtrend on the daily, right? You can see it, just a nice downtrend going down. We rejected the 50. Previous area that we found support on over here, or have rejected before in the past. We're in the bearish control zone as of right now. We've just broken out of this range that we established over 35 days. We broke out of it. We haven't made any strides to get back above it. We're hanging out at this base like this. We are forming a nice base, right? And anytime we get up here, all we're doing is just testing previous areas of support as resistance. I do think that we're going to go lower, and where I think we're going to go, this is the same stuff I've been saying for over a month now. I do think that Bitcoin is likely going to go below this purple line, below the 382, and probably somewhere around the 618, which is right around 27.1K. Maybe we go down to 26.6, where the 6.9 on this fib scale is. Maybe we go somewhere in there. Ultimately, I would think that somewhere in between these two lines, this white line and the orange line, that makes sense to me. If we don't go that low, that's okay. I definitely do still think that we go below this yellow line. And if we don't go that low, that's fine. Things will present themselves to verify that we're not going to go this low before too long, if that's the case. But I do, at the moment, at this current time, and for a little while now, I've been expecting that we're going to make a move, something like that down there. And maybe it takes its time. Bitcoin has been taking its time here. It took its time over here even. We might just be in a very boring phase right now, as is common whenever we're about less than a year out from the halving. Things get kind of boring. So I think we're just doing that right now. We're boring out the market. We're probably going to go down. I think we are getting ready to move down in Bitcoin and in the rest of crypto. And if Bitcoin moves down but it's gaining dominance, that means that most altcoins are going to drop more. So let's say Bitcoin goes, let's pull this back up. Let's say Bitcoin were to drop from its current price to just below the 382. That's a 2.5%, okay? That would mean that most coins are probably going to drop 5%, 10%, something like that, right? Maybe more. Some coins might drop 20. There's coins. Some coins might drop even more than that. It's possible, but from here to there, that's not that big of a drop. From here to where I'm kind of expecting, which would be a 7% drop to an 8% drop, 9% drop from the current price, that could imply, a minimum of a 20% drop in most cryptos, or at least a 15 to 18% drop in most cryptos, if not more. Because if Bitcoin's gonna drop 9%, 8.8%, whatever, everything else will probably drop twice as much as that, if not definitely more than that in itself. So that's just something to pay attention to, you guys. I definitely, if I was in altcoins right now, I would not feel too confident that things are going to go well. And I do have a bearish bias, so like that might just be that speaking, but this to me does look bearish. It does look like we had this fake out to the upside, we got the rejection down, came back to the base, we held it. Look at how similar this looks to like what we had before this big dump, right? You hugged it, you had lower highs, and you dumped. You hugged it, you had lower highs. What's to come? I bet it's going to be a dump, honestly. And again, where I think we're going is anywhere from about 26.6.5K to 27.12K, something like that, with the potential that we do actually bottom out just below this purple line, somewhere above the green line in the 382. But I would more expect somewhere down here to be the answer, the resolve, the resolution that we're looking for. I wonder if there's anything else that lines up with that. From this bottom to this top here, not really. 2272 on a smaller fib like this, that could kind of make sense. I don't know, the 2272 down there. Maybe it's this fib. Yeah, 2272 is right there too. I don't know. Not really anything. 1272 is what we're holding support on right now. If you see that from this small like little fib extension, it might be more obvious on the 4-hour time frame here. From this low to this high here, this was the low. This was the spring that sprung us up to this high here. And we went down, we went below the 618, we rejected the 0.69 like once, twice, 3 times actually. We were held down below it. And then we just came down to the 1272. We've been battling that out there. We actually went to the 1414, tipped right off of that. Could we go to the 1618 here? That's at 28.4K. I think so. Could we go lower than that? I think so. This is a very small retracement to measure. Seeing deeper extensions, man, the 2272 here is right at like 20 or 27.2K. This I definitely like this. It very well could go to deeper extensions than just these up here. So that's something to watch for. Will it happen today? Will it happen tomorrow? I don't know. We're in a new week right now. We're coming to the end of the month. I would expect that we're going to see some kind of more dramatic price action than we've been used to for the past like 30 days. I think that we are going to see that come into play. But man, I've been saying that like week after week now, and here we are still up in these areas. So we're just waiting. We're waiting. We're holding our breath, man. And until then, I'll just keep you guys updated with these day-to-day videos. And if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.